So when you look at the registration, right? When I'm talking about the registration, again, the certificate evidence is a thing done. The thing done was the registration of particulars to a custodian, which creates a trust. The name of that trust is in box 1A of some of the certificates, which is one of the particulars, and it names the Sestake V Trust holding title to the real estate and the personal estate. The personal estate being the securitizations and the money loaned out of the estate. The real estate being your body, because your performance was pledged for the money arising out of the estate. Your performance is supposed to come through the way of the body of earth and clay. So all of these things is secured by the registration, where your mother is the informant and the state registrar takes the information for her. There's a date received which is different from your birthday, and that is the day that the trust was funded and created. And this all happened in a certain county. So the county where this is, which can be charted as a geographical location, once again, that's charted in numbers, and everything is on a cycle. So the date, or around the time that your body resonated into this physical dimension, certain astrological things can be charted, and different determinations and cycles can be determined about you based on that, as well as it can be with your name, because your name is important. People in gematria and numerology know that because they know it has a certain frequency. You know, it shows origin points, life, important, significant parts of your life, your character, and your destination. You know, and they get this information directly from your direct, which is your mother, tied directly into the earth, right? So she may consciously or subconsciously not know what she's conveying and communicating to them, but she's giving them a snapshot of your character, what I would assume, by giving a certain frequency of what you're going to be called as you moor and navigate throughout this earth with this present earthly body. You got to dig into this. This is some deep stuff, and this is the study that I be on, and I'm a baby in the study, so I can't really, I can only go so far in it. But you have to look at these parallels, and I may get some of this wrong, but it should be enough to open up your eyes. I'm trying to give you a deeper understanding of who the man is. Remember, in the Holy Quran, the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, the Circle 7, in there somewhere, I don't remember where, but it says, man is the thought of Allah. So they're saying that the man is a non-physical thing. The essence of what he is not the body. So therefore, the man existed before the body. Do you agree? You don't never remember not being here. You just, all of a sudden, you have memories of different things. Probably because you were always here. You just don't have memory of certain things. That's plausible. I'm going to put some reference to these, to people who have studied these in present days. One of them is my brother Salas Solari. I think he goes by the wise one. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll put some references. He gives you a good breakdown of showing you who the man really is. And I have another reference to a yogi who kind of talks about it. But these are not things that should challenge your belief system, because these are common sense. If you have challenges, they're not really challenges with what I believe, they're challenges with what resonates with you and the things that you have been conditioned with, right? So to start by understanding what's going on is there's a microcosm and a macrocosm. Let's say the microcosm is within your body to some degree. The same thing that's going on within your body is the same thing that's going on in the earth, and the same thing that's going on in the universe, right? Now, there's some parallels and some similarities here, and this is where I'm not the expert, so do your own research. The universe would be equivalent to a uterus inside of a woman. So if we're thinking of the universe, we're thinking of in a macrocosm term. Now, in a microcosm of what's inside of a woman is a uterus. So, and there's organisms and all kind of micro life inside of the woman, just like there's micro life inside of the being whose uterus of the universe that we are in. Because this thing is so infinite, just like there's trillions of cells in the body that all have micro life within them. You know, we are one as a part of the all and the being of the designated place where we are on our ascension, on our journey of continuing to put on bodies and go into new heavens and earths. That's kind of why, you know, so don't think in terms of if I'm inside of a body, it don't look like a body like mine. You're in a macrocosm. Do you think that you look like a person, or do you think you're even perceived as a person to one of the trillions of cells that have a micro life and they have an objective and they have a whole thing going of problems and situations or whatever it is on their level that they're dealing with inside of your body? You see what I'm saying? But what we do know is a lot of these religious stories tell us that even while we're here, our life is about some type of endeavor. And if we fulfill this endeavor, we're working on something while we're here, there's a greater life. That is the story of life, right? Think about the millions, the hundreds of millions of sperm. You don't remember that time, but you was there. I was there too. It's kind of funny when you think about it, right? You had an objective, and all the other sperms, they also had an objective. All the other beings inside of these vessels of sperm, they had a objective, and they knew that many of them were called. They were all called because they were manifest as the thoughts of Allah to be in these vessels on one level, because there's a whole bunch of other levels and dimensions of going on that have perfectly come together to form you, right? But on that level, you had this objective. Many were called. You were at the starting line with all of the people that you knew, or maybe you didn't know them, but y'all were all called. Well, only one in that particular universe or uterus or body was chosen out of hundreds of millions or whatever number we don't know. You made it into that body. You made it into that next body, and you enter through the universe. Well, through the water breaking, and then you're in the Milky Way galaxy, right? And then you enter into the universe, and some kind of way you meet the objective. You get to the egg. You tap into the 23 chromosomes with your 23 connectors. Boom, 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 boom. And now you're in this new body where you start being prepared, right? You made it. Nah, man, that's some deep stuff when you really think about it. But all of that was going on in a world that you couldn't see. When you was mooring through the universe as a thought of Allah.